Hi, welcome to the part 6 of this video series. We are covering the CRM and Einstein Discovery Consultant Certification Exam, real exam questions. So, focus on the concepts. Please subscribe to my channel. For previous questions, please refer parts 1 to 5 of this video series. So, this channel is dedicated to help you clear the certification exams. You can view the videos that I have already uploaded for Azure certification. These are all cloud certifications on Azure, Tableau certification, and AWS certifications. Primarily on Azure, I have covered these different certifications. Those are all real-time questions. Please understand the concepts explained. Chances of same or similar questions coming in the exam is very high. Similarly, for AWS, I have uploaded questions for these three certification exams. Let's go to question number 36. For questions 1 to 35, please refer the previous parts 1 to 5 of this video series. So you can pause this video here, read this question carefully. So basically, this is you are trying to capture requirements like KPIs. What can be the KPIs? For example, sales revenue can be one KPI, profitability can be another KPI. And who are your clients? These guys are your clients. You have a sweet lady, you have two gentlemen. Now, these different people, you see these three different set of people, they have different personas. So why did I say persona? Because it says you have to design a dashboard and you have to consider the personas. You are in the design phase. And when you want to base it on the personas, the first thing that comes to me is presentation, color, dashboard colors, the choice of colors you use, and so on. Okay, so here what they are saying is what design considerations should be determined at this time. So let's scan through the options. The first one says which fonts to use. So fonts, does it match with the persona or not? Yes, different people like different types of fonts. So if you are trying to relate it to personas, these three different set of people will like, mostly they may like different font types. This lady looks a bit bubbly, so she might like more colors looking at her dress. uh, these guys, they are like dressed in tie and suits, so they may want a different style of fonts. Hence for me this looks to be one answer, but we have to choose two. So let's scan B. So what B does is it is just talking about charts. Now, based on personas, charts is not something which we would go first, okay? Because there are some standard type of charts available, like a gauge or bar chart, and maybe some user might prefer bar, some gauge, but it is not only a user choice. There are certain different purpose meant for bar chart. Gauge chart has a different purpose, so you cannot base it on the personas. Hence, B is wrong. Let's scan C. So C will fall in the same bucket as B. It is talking about how many charts you would allow on a dashboard. Okay, so this should not be based on personas. How many charts on a dashboard? So take this example. This blue one is a dashboard, okay, and you have so many charts. So do you like this view? Okay, or I'll show you one more view. So see this chart. Do you like this view? A cumbersome view. You have so much of bubbles on the bubble chart. You can hardly make out things. You know, if you are born in a country with 1 billion population, this is how you feel. So this is not, number of charts is not based on personas. Nobody likes clumsy and stacked up life. This looks simple, smooth, readable, easy to digest, and everybody in the world likes this irrespective of personas. So C is wrong. Now we have D. Colors is what is logical. Colors is based on personas. Some people like lot of colors on their dashboard, and some people like uh, cold colors on the dashboard. So it is linked to personas. Like I explained, looking at different personalities, I'm assuming this user, she would like a bit of colorful dashboards. This user seems to be an executive level, and probably based on his personality and dressing sense, he may not like too many colors. So these are the two correct answers. Let's look at the next question, 37. So here this one seems to be true because facets is used to make dashboards interactive before you use bindings. So bindings are a good way of making the stuff interactive. So this is correct.
So how can you restrict access to analytics data at the row level? So if you see the options here, option B looks correct here, because always remember this is a thumb rule. You use a security predicate to filter which rows should be returned. But let's scan through the options. Option A suggests add a flag to each row to prevent the access. That's a very cumbersome method to do that, and even if you flag it, you will have to make some sort of security settings in order to identify that these rows has to be blocked. Option C, use thought control. Why would you use thought control to do that? This is totally crap, no common sense. We will discard it. And the last one says remove restricted rows from the JSON file. That's wrong. You will not actually remove the restricted rows. How would you know that these are restricted? So D is wrong. This is the right option. Answer is B. Let's move forward. Question number 39. So it says you can configure access to data at all levels except, see, if I just use common sense, page layouts is wrong, because page layouts, in this case page layout is right, because you cannot configure access to data at the page layout level. You can do it at the org level, at the record level, at the object level, but not at the page layout level. At the record level, you can use security predicates to do that. The objects can be Salesforce objects, and you can configure access at that level. We will mark option C as the right answer and move forward. Question number 40. So this is a question. You can pause this video here and read it carefully. It's a big question. So you have a dashboard and you have been asked to performance tune the dashboard. So when you look at the dashboard, everything is good, everything is perfect except one thing, the opportunity table. Right? It is taking 30 seconds to load. Now, how can you improve the performance? How can you improve the performance? If you see any BI project you are working for, you will always face this scenario where the performance of the dashboard, performance of the reports has to be tuned. So the first option suggests you create a second page on the dashboard and move the table to this new page. So what will happen is the dashboard will have two pages. So this is the way it will. You will have two pages on one page, and you will have. So this is your page one. The opportunity table is not on page one. You will put the opportunity table on page two, so that page one loads immediately. And while you are seeing page one in the background, in that 30 seconds, page 2 will load and the user will not come to know about the performance glitch. Smart way. So option A looks correct to me. Let's scan through other options. Option B, it just says download the opportunities into an Excel file. Crap, it will not work because you have to see it in the report. There is no requirement to click the link and download it, and that download will still take 30 seconds for this opportunities table. So you are not resolving the problem, or you are not even putting the problem some sort of a wrap. Option A is at least wrapping it around. It is putting something on the second page so that you do not notice the performance glitch. So B is wrong compared to A. This one says create a visual force page and display a list view of opportunities on this page. Mind you, visual force page you put the dashboard on that page and not just the opportunities table. Okay, you see this, these pages are web pages that belong to Salesforce. These web pages are created using a unique tag markup language, HTML language. Okay, so this is a very different stuff, and it is a Salesforce entity. So C is wrong. D, it says create a second dashboard and move the table to the new dashboard. How will it solve the problem? If the user opens the second dashboard now, he still sees a 30 seconds lag. It doesn't solve any problem. That's why D is wrong. Okay, so we have established why option A is the right answer. We will log this as an answer, and this brings us to the end of part 6. We will post some more videos. Please subscribe to my channel, like my videos if you think these videos are helping you out. You may put in your feedback, appreciation, or any constructive feedback. Please drop in your comments. See you in the next part.